Hey everybody, it's Amanda, and I am coming to you with a video that everyone's been asking about for a really long time, and that is my 1-year vegan update. It's really late because I actually went vegan on June 4th, 2018, and here it is September. So it's a little over a year to give you the update, but of course I've been busy this summer. But I still wanted to get it to you because I know a lot of folks have asked about it, and a lot of folks have considered, that's my chair creaking, a lot of folks have considered a vegan diet. So I'm gonna give you the straight up truth, okay? I'm gonna give you probably TMI, but I think that it'll be valuable to folks who are considering it, and it might be for you. So the first thing I'll say is that if you're wondering why I went vegan, I made a video about it. I'll link it up at the top and you can check that out. And I'll give you the short version. Basically, I had some health issues and I wanted to solve them. That's the short version. So I decided to go vegan. I thought it would be helpful considering the health issues that I had. And at first, I not only went vegan, but I also did kind of a low fat sort of situation, low fat, high carb, because of the particular health issues that I had. It was very helpful. I'll tell you, one of the very first results that I noticed was that I lost 40 pounds pretty quickly. It just flew off within the first 6 weeks or so. I lost 40 pounds. And I felt a lot better pretty immediately too. One of the issues that I was struggling with was some hormonal issues. And I noticed even with my vegan week, our family did a vegan week, not this January, but the January before, even before I went vegan. And just in that week of going vegan, I noticed the hormonal issues were subsiding. So again, really quickly lost weight, and some of the hormonal issues started to balance out pretty quickly. So that was good, and that was encouraging. And that kind of gave me the motivation to move forward and continue to do it for long term. Now, everything wasn't perfect. I will say I did not do vegan perfectly, and I think it's very challenging to change your diet. I think that I have the benefit of having a sister who's been vegan pretty much my entire life, and she's like ultra vegan. If I ever had a question, I could ask her. We have a lot of great vegan friends that we're close to, and I could definitely ask them. In addition to that, I do have a YouTube channel, and people are very free to give me advice when they see me eating something that I think that would be vegan and it's not. And it's kind of frustrating that you have all these things that you think are vegan, that they're really vegetarian. It takes some time to kind of get used to that. So one thing I'll say is, of course, at first I really struggled with it. It took me about 2 or 3 months to kind of get my groove in terms of understanding what was vegan and what wasn't. But once I had a good grasp on it, it was a lot easier, but I still make mistakes now. And even my sister, who's been vegan for so long, is really militant about it. Sometimes she'll find that something that she's eating is not vegan. So there's that. But in addition to that, I really struggled with particularly eating out. And I didn't want to give up times of eating out. I remember one time we went out with some friends who came from out of town to visit, and we went to an Asian restaurant, which normally an Asian restaurant is a good choice because often they have tofu or something that you can have. This particular one had a very limited menu, maybe like, I don't know, 8 things on the menu. And I could have just gotten veggies and rice, but I was starving and I wasn't into it. So I was like, I'm gonna get a little fish. So there are a few times that I went out during the year that I was vegan that I, for whatever reason, just kind of felt like, you know what, I'm gonna have some fish this time. But I'll say this, I chose to be vegan because of my health issues. And sometimes folks ask me, do you cheat a lot? And I really didn't feel the urge to cheat because I was really motivated intrinsically because of the health issues that I was having. And on the occasions that I had some kind of fish, usually it was fish. I can't even remember a single time I had anything that wasn't fish. Anytime I had that, it was just like, I'm gonna have this, but I'm going back to vegan because I'm just not, I don't want to play this game. So I was pretty strict about it the majority of the time, but there was probably a handful of times in the entire year that I did eat intentionally fish. And then there were many, many times that I had eggs or milk unintentionally. So, but you can't beat yourself up about that. You know, there's a lot of things that go on in terms of eating vegan and the products that you think are labeled vegan and they're not. So anyway, just to put that out there, I wasn't perfect, and I'm okay with that. But generally speaking, I was really good the whole year. I didn't really, like I said, struggle with cheating because I had my own motivation for doing it. It wasn't like sometimes when you diet and your goal is to like lose weight, you like really want to sneak something. I did not. I was really focused on my health, and I just was not really interested in that. A lot of folks say that they struggle with cheese, and I did not. I found the nutritional yeast to be really helpful in terms of like Parmesan cheese or adding flavor to things. So that's just something that I felt good about. So a couple of things that didn't go really well. At some point I started losing hair. Now clearly I'm not missing any hair right now, but at some point I did start losing. I noticed in the shower it would like come out in clumps, and I'd read about it and I knew I needed to take a B12 supplement, so I started taking a B12 supplement, and that helped. I did pretty good with that, and I tried to start watching the foods that I ate and being more careful. It's really hard to balance your nutrition when you don't understand a lot of it when you choose a vegan diet. That was probably my biggest struggle, because I feel like I'm really knowledgeable about certain nutritional needs, but at the same time when I limited my diet, I really struggled to make sure I met all my nutritional needs. But you know, it's just one of those things, you know, you have to learn, it takes some time, and you just put your effort into it. So multivitamin also helped. Speaking of vitamins, before I went vegan, I struggled with anemia. I had to have iron and vitamin C pretty regularly. And since I've gone vegan, at some point, I don't know at what point, but I don't need to take iron anymore. So that's nice. That's a good thing. Another thing that I struggled with in terms of when I was vegan was brain fog. And again, I think that was probably related to B12. But I really had a hard time with brain fog and just not having a great memory, forgetting where things were. That was a bit of a struggle. But again, I think it's related to balancing my nutritional needs, and you know, just getting that right is really probably the biggest challenge, in addition to finding foods that are actually vegan. So did it help my health issues? Yes. The long and short of it is it helped my health issues tremendously. So here we are a little over a year later, and I feel almost perfectly normal, which is crazy to me because I was going to the doctor pretty regularly, and now I just feel like a normal person, which great. Have I lost any more weight? No. Am I skinny? No. I am still over 200 pounds. And I think that there's definitely other things that play into my weight. I think a lot of people want to go vegan for weight loss, and I don't think that's the solution for everything. Certainly, I still have hormonal issues, thyroid problems, and that plays into it. I still definitely don't get enough exercise. I sit at the computer far too much for work and other things. So there's other factors that play into it. So don't think that you're going to go vegan and all of a sudden you're going to be skinny. I know a lot of vegan. In fact, my sister she's slender, but she is not skinny. You know, I think people have this goal. I think I'm going to go vegan and I'm going to be like a size 2. That's not the case. So just to put that out there, that's not the solution for everything. But I have maintained my weight, the initial 40-pound weight loss, without any effort at all. So that's good. So will I be vegan forever? I assume that's the next question. So once I went vegan for about a year, we went through a period of time where things were financially tight. You guys know that. And so I remember there being a time that I kind of ran out of vegan things. And so again, when I don't have vegan things, I have no problem eating actual meat things, because again, it's a choice for me and I can choose at any time to go off of that, and I'm okay with that. So I was like, well, you know, we have meat, and I'll just have a little bit of meat and it'll be fine until we can get some more vegan things. And so what happened was I had a little bit of meat. You know what got me? I'll tell you what got me. It was the gravy. It wasn't even the meat, it was the gravy. Gravy is delicious. There are vegan gravies, but it's not the same as homemade gravy. I'm just gonna throw that out there. But anyway, so then I went a little, like, I had about a week where I was just kind of like, I'm gonna eat the meat. I'm eating the meat. I've done it for a year. I think I can handle this. I'm gonna try it and see what it's like. Now, this is where I get to the TMI, guys. Prepare yourselves. If there's any gentlemen in the room, you might want to leave. So one thing I noticed about 9 months into, actually probably more than that, it was about February, I started having some issues with my menstrual cycle. It was going off kilter. It was really weird. And I'm a 40-year-old woman. I've never had any issues with that whatsoever. So I went to go see my doctor. And one of the things I said to her was, you know, I'm eating a lot of soy. I went vegan in June. Do you think that could be part of it? And she said, no, it's probably been so long that would have shown up by now. So it's probably not what happened. I was like, okay, but it was just really not good from March all the way through June. And I was keeping track and I was talking to the doctor about it. And when I had that week in June where I started eating meat again, I started noticing a couple of things happen. Number one, my hair stopped falling out completely. Like it mostly solved with the vitamins, but it was totally cleared up. Number two, brain fog completely lifted. Completely lifted. Number three, after that week, I will say this, some of my initial health issues that I was trying to avoid came back because I'd kind of gone a little wild. So I was like, nope, not doing that. So cleared out the meat, gone. But I was thinking to myself, you know what? I've been eating the meat for the protein, and I was concerned about the soy being a problem with the menstrual cycle issue. I was like, how about I just take like a month and go no soy? Because I've already done this meat thing for a little while. I'm like, if I really feel like I have to, I can have meat like once a week and just try to avoid the soy. Guess what? After avoiding the soy for a month, my menstrual cycle regulated again. Now, I mean, is it necessarily related to soy? No, but I think it is because I purposely avoided it and everything kind of smoothed right on out. So at this point, I'm trying to, I do have a big stock now of vegan things and a lot of them have soy in it, but I'm trying to minimize the amount of soy that I have and trying to figure out how to be vegan and have no soy. That's a little bit more challenging than just initially trying to be vegan. But here's where we are right now. I know I'm still getting to where I plan to go in the future. So where we are right now is that I'm still mostly vegan. Like I try to stay vegan just because it really makes me feel a lot better in terms of the health problems that I started out with initially. However, I'm allowing myself the occasional fish. I haven't had any yet, but I've told myself I can have it. And I've also told myself that I could have things with like milk or cheese or butter. I'm not particularly buying it, but like if I go out to a restaurant or something, I'm not stressing out about it. So I'm kind of, I would say 92% vegan and then 8% non-vegan. So that's where I am at this moment. And I'm trying to find a good balance for my particular health and my particular diet. I really like being vegan. One of the things I forgot to mention was being vegan. Well, I should say being non-vegan. Before I went vegan, I was struggling with the fact that I would eat and I would never feel full. Like I would eat a lot and I would just be starving after I finished a giant meal and I would still feel really hungry. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Eating vegan though, I can eat a small portion. I feel really full. And it surprised me how that worked. It surprised me that I felt so full after eating such a small meal. And Rick would even mention that, like, you know, he thought it was funny. We would occasionally go to Taco Bell and I would get a bean and rice burrito and I would just get bean and rice, like no cheese, no sauce. Well, I would use the mild sauce, but beans and rice, that is it. Burrito, and I would have one and I'd be full. And he was like, that's just crazy to me. And I'm like, but I was genuinely full and it actually does. I mean, it's beans and rice, right? I know it's going to make you full, but still the point is that I felt full, I felt satiated, and I felt like I was getting my nutritional needs met overall. In terms of particularly protein. People worry about protein. I never felt like I lacked protein. I lacked other things, but never protein. So, but that feeling of fullness is good. So you're not thinking about food all the time. And I think a lot of times now I can be kind of tempted to skip meals because I'm not even hungry. So that's one major benefit of being vegan that I appreciate. But I'm happy with it because it's helped my health issues. I'm happy with it because I think it suits my lifestyle, my happiness. I'm happy with it because I generally feel better physically being vegan. But I do think for me that I, for now, need some kind of animal product supplement because I haven't quite mastered it. So that's where I am. Like if you watch my food diaries, I don't even think I had anything. I had some chocolate people mentioned, and hey, I'm going to have the occasional chocolate. I'm okay with that. But I don't even think I had anything. And like I said, I gave myself permission to have fish, and I haven't even had any. I just told myself I could. So one thing I'll say is we all really have to make our own decisions about our diets. I've been reading a lot about diets for years. And one thing I know is different bodies work differently. I've read something not too long ago about some bodies are really efficient in the way they use carbs, and some bodies are really efficient in the way they use protein, and some bodies are really efficient with both. And I think my body is carb efficient. They have like these online quizzes. I didn't take any of them. I'm just knowing my own body. It's definitely not protein efficient. However, my husband's body is like super protein efficient and not at all carb efficient. So I think you have to really know your own body and what it's capable of and what you feel comfortable with. One thing I don't like about the entire vegan lifestyle, I guess you could say, is that people are really critical of other people who are not vegan. And I do realize that a good portion of it is folks really care about other people and care about their health. And I've even found myself doing it. People have health problems, and I'm like, you should try going vegan. It really helped me. But I mean it from a loving place. Like it was really helpful to me, and I want to share it with you. So, but some people are really militant and forceful about it, and that's not nice. Not nice at all. Because everyone has to make their own choices, and you gotta be okay with that. That's my vegan update. I don't know if that clears everything up. It does tell you some of the things that I experienced, some of the changes in my health that were very positive, the fact that I liked it so much that I plan to stay that way the majority of the time. And at the same time, I'm not going to be super crazy militant about it because that's just not necessary for me and my body and who I am, and I'm okay with that. So if you have any other questions about my year of being vegan, or anything that I could maybe try to answer for you, go ahead and leave them in the comments, and I will try to answer them as best as I can, knowing that I'm not an expert. Any criticism, of course, will be removed as always, because there's no need for that. I'm just sharing my experience, and everyone else, you guys have your own channels and you can share your own experience if it's different. So, but I intend to stay this way moving forward, at least the majority of the time. And, I'm happy with that. I'm content with my decisions moving forward. So anyway, vegan update. There you go. Hope you guys enjoy it. And, that's it. So you guys have a great day. We'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm really glad you came to visit us here at the Fundamental Home. Make sure if you enjoyed this video that you click the like button, and also click subscribe right below me for more videos coming into your inbox all the time. And also, if you enjoy social media, we've got links up at the top here for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all the other fun things. And check out thefundamentalhome.com for more information about what we're doing all the time and how we do it, because there's way more details there. And here over to the right, we have some videos that I recommend. So thanks again for coming by, and we'll see you next time. Bye.